Hey guys, it's Trip. I got a request to do some example solves for Pyraminx, so I went ahead and gathered some scrambles I thought were interesting. Some I've done officially, some are just random ones that I thought were fun. So I'm going to go ahead and get right into it. I got 12 of them, so I'm going to try to not yap too much. If you got any questions, feel free to just leave it in the comments and I'll get back to you. Okay, so this first scramble is one I've been meaning to go over for a while. This is from Western Champs 2025 in Scramble, or the final Scramble set, solve number 4. So you can see we have 2 yellow blocks here, really nice. So it'll just be 2 move V on yellow like that. Sets up a pretty good ML4E from this. Okay, L4E. But we can do a little better on that. So you can see any U or U prime is not going to affect either of those blocks. You can go ahead and throw one of those at the beginning of the solve, and it won't affect your V. So instead of a 2 move V, it'll be 3 moves. So if you start from here, the V edge will be on the left. So you can go ahead and do a U, then solve your V, then it's just a 3 move insert. So that'll take your case from being just alright to a 7 mover. Very good solution, just like that one there. So that's something I'd always recommend to look out for, is if you can throw an extra move somewhere in your V and it's pretty easy to track, I'd always recommend it because sometimes you can find some pretty nice solutions that way. Okay, so Scramble number 2 here. This is from North American Championship 2026 semifinals solve number 5. So a lot of pressure under this one, as I just messed up my the very first scramble in this set. So I had to be perfect from the whole way out to make the final. So there's a 4 move V on green, which would be optimal. Yeah, you can go ahead and take a look at that one. But what I did here is the 5 move V on blue. So I saw if you do tips like that, then you do a U prime, R prime. That'll solve that block there. It'll also solve this block here. Then what you can do is another U prime. That'll set up this edge to be solved in that block there. So if you solve that center, solves that block, then finish off your V in 5 moves there, and then it's just a sledge. But as you saw there, you can just cancel into the sledge like that. So that would be a 9 move body, which was the optimal solution for this scramble. So I'm pretty proud that I found that. And yeah, that's what I did there. Okay, so this scramble I received at a Victoria competition earlier this year. So what I did, somewhat similar to the last one I showed you, this will be a green V, 4 moves. So I solved it with the slopping on the left here. So what you can start off is solving that block there in 1 move. Then from here, do a U, that'll create that block here. So now you got 2 blocks, so you can finish off your V in 2 moves like that, and it's just a 3 move insert. So that also optimal solution, so proud I found that, and yeah, got a pretty good time on that one as well. Okay, so scramble number 4, I got this at Great Lakes a couple months ago. So what I did was a green V on this scramble. You can see we have this block already made here. Then in 2 moves, you can create that one there. Then finish off your V like that. So that'll give you this case, which is pretty alright, but I found a nice way to cancel some moves on that. So start the same way, like R prime U. Then you can do, B, then L, U, L. Then it's just a 3 move insert like that. So that's the way I executed it. And yeah, I got a pretty good time on that as well. Alright, this one is just a random scramble I found while looking through the Great Lakes, trying to find the previous one. So what I found here is on yellow. Solve the tips like that. And if you do an L, that'll create this block here, yellow, red. Then a U, that'll create the green, yellow bar, or block. Then you can finish off the V like that. Then you just have a hedge. Okay, so scramble number 6, I got this at Seattle Summer earlier this year, like a month ago. So there's what I did on this solution and what a commenter showed me, which is much better. So I'll go over first what I did in competition. So there was a 4 move V on yellow. Tips are pretty standard and easy like that. So you can take this blue yellow, do an R prime to put it into position. Now you can do a U prime, and that'll set up this edge to be solved here. So finish off your V like that. But if you know this case, the final L will cancel, so it'll just look like that. So I thought that solution was pretty good at the time. Fairly easy to execute, especially under pressure, so I'm not mad that I didn't find this other solution, but yeah, let's go through it. So it was on, yes, on red. So this is just a 6-move body, so 8 moves total with the tips. So what you can do with the red V starting, so yellow on front, red bottom, solve the tips like that, which is a pretty good case. Then solve this red center. Now this one, sort of like the good one flip case here. You can sort of see the similarities. So what you can do, so solve that case like that, which will solve this edge here. But as you can see, by doing an R and a U prime, it'll also bring this center up here, which will allow you to solve this edge. So it'll just look like that. So going over it one more time, just solution looks like this. And that was pretty bad, but oh well. Okay, this is scramble number 7. Okay. So this one here is pretty interesting. I would do a green V. This can be solved in 4 moves, so start tips like that. Pretty good case, or pretty good combo. Then you can do a U prime. That'll solve that block there. Then from here is something you should always look out for is ways to interchange moves to create a different L4E. So you can see our final move of the V is going to be a B prime, but we're going to have to do an L and an R at the same, or before that. So you can either solve it LR or RL, and just, especially if you one look, you can interchange those moves to figure out which will give you a better L4E. So you can do it like that, but not the best case. Or you can do it like this, which is the way I prefer. Do LR, then finish off the B prime, and that's a much better L4E. Okay, this is scramble number 8. So I'm seeing blue. Yeah, blue and red are pretty good. They both can be solved with only R, U, and L moves, which means if you have a V that can be solved with R, U, L, you can rotate it like this, and all of them will be able to solve. All of those V solutions will be able to solve with only R, U, and L moves. So it's pretty easy to check multiple solutions on that. So I'm seeing on blue, if you solve it like that, you'll get this case, which is all right. But if you solve it on red, which is also an RUL solution, solve the tips like that, solve this block first, and do a U prime to create that block. Then from here, you just have L3E. So that's something to look out for when you can interchange moves. Sometimes sometimes you can get better solutions. Okay. Scramble number 9 here. So there's a 3-move V on red. Which looks like that. It's not terrible. You can cancel into the L4E, at least the alg I use. But also something interesting here on red. What you can do, start with a U prime. That'll create these 2 blocks here. So similar that we've been talking about interchanging moves, you can do from there a B prime. That'll bring this edge down here. Then you can either finish off the V with L prime R or RL prime, or L prime R prime, yes. And then sometimes that'll give you better V solutions, so always check that as well. Okay, scramble number 10. Okay. So on this one, what I would do here is we have a 3-move V on yellow. So we have this yellow-green block here. Then the red-yellow one can be solved in 1 move there. Then 2-move V solution from there, like that. Then this is one of my favorite ML4Es, so that's pretty simple solution there. Not much to go over. Okay, scramble number 11. Okay, so this is a fun case. So it's not the best solution, but something that I find interesting and useful to use sometimes. So we can see there's no bars on this one, but what we can do is insert the red-yellow edge with a 3-move insert like that, and it'll create this block here. So then you solve that edge, then it's just 1 move to solve your V. So that's something to look out for as well. Like if you insert an edge and it'll create another bar, that can be very efficient to create a V like that. Okay, scramble number 12, this will be the last one. Okay, so you can see most of our centers are solved, just in 1 move like that. But we also have this bar here, so it's probably going to be best to choose either yellow or blue. And blue, we have an interesting one, so kind of like the previous scramble, you insert this edge, that, then you can solve your V like that. Or what you could do is solve this here first, then insert the edge. So that's a way to get 2 different solutions, or 1 of 2 different solutions. So the first one I went over is definitely going to be the best. That'll just set you up with a super sledge with no AUFs. So what I do here, tips like that, then insert the green-yellow edge in the back there, finish off your V like that, then really easy case there. So that was a nice little fun solution there. So hope you learned something from this. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them down in the comments. Thanks for watching.